Hello, hello. My name is Tyler, and today we are playing a brand new game that was just released this week at the time I'm recording this. In early access, it's called Town to City. I think of it kind of like a mix between City Skylines and Minecraft. You see the style is very blocky, voxels. Look at how cute the little town folks are. I'm so excited to play this game. I saw City Planner Plays do a video on the demo, and then I downloaded the demo, played it. So fun. It limits you to, I think, 120 population, and then the demo ends. So I feel like I barely just scratched the surface of what this game is, and I'm excited to play early access today. So we're gonna get started with a new game. I think we have a little video to watch.
Life used to be nice here. But nowadays, it's so crowded. Smoggy streets, noisy factories. Oh, the smell of sewage on the air.
The style is so cute, the art.
What if you could do it your way?
Look at the lighting.
How would
Oh
you
my
design
God.
your perfect place? From bakery to park to cozy home
I'm obsessed.
and everything in between. Let's leave to start a new community.
We're getting on the train.
Somewhere green, somewhere nice. Others will surely follow when they hear of it. Well, you'll have to roll up your sleeves first, but with a bit of effort and an eye for planning, you'll soon develop this spot of land from countryside to town. And from town to city.
I am so excited. Let's get started. Here's our train station, a little tiny building with some fences. This is the start of our city. Okay, so we have to start off with building 3 houses so that we can have citizens move in, and some roads to help get them there. I don't know why it's so dark. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's see. So this is our area that we're going to be able to build in. You can see like the edge right there. So we have quite a bit of space. I don't know if we can build on this side. I assume we can. The demo was the same map, I believe. Yeah, the demo was the same map. So we need to build 3 houses and connect them with a road. So I want to be a little bit strategic, but not, not too planned out. So the houses here, I'm gonna keep randomized on, or you could select the color if you want only a certain color. But the houses are so cute. Let's see. The train station's here. I kind of want to have like a main street kind of going this way, maybe next to the station. So maybe we put our first houses kind of along the lake here. Maybe we'll have like a road that goes around the lake. Have a main street here. Let's build our first 3 houses right there. So as these build in, you can see they are so cute. Look at the little animations and houses. We got an achievement. Build our first house. I don't know if that pops up in the video. Probably not. Okay, so now we need to connect them with a road. So I'm going to go to our road tool. And here you can choose the road type, brush size, and whether to use freeform drawing or the line tool. I know all of this stuff because I did the tutorial or the demo, but let's see. Plaza is a standard road. These are all standard roads. Okay, so we have plaza, dirt, sand, or brick. I think it looks like brick is like the standard. And then plaza might be a little bit nicer. So we're just gonna stick with brick for now. Let's make it square. I want to have, like I said, a kind of main street. How do we get line tool? Okay. Oh, you can hold down. Oh, that's really nice how it kind of snaps like that. It's not letting me go any farther that way with that line. Oh, I can. Okay, that looks a little crazy. But that's fine. So now we're gonna get a little bit of a smaller street. Let's do a little bit. Let's do 5. Have that go up. I think that connects all of them. Did I not connect all of them? Connect the houses with a road. Okay. Maybe if I push them a little bit closer. Oh, it's not connected to the train station. I think that's the problem. There we go. So now we have built our first 3 houses and connected them to the train station. So let's see what's next. Our first citizens are arriving. I am obsessed with this art style. I love it so much. It is so cute. Here's our first citizens. Our first family is joining our town. So this is a little bit more kind of granular control and more like, not tedious, I wouldn't say. It doesn't get out of control, but City Skylines, you build streets and you zone housing and then people move in automatically and, you know, you're not moving the citizens into each home. Here you are, which I kind of like. It's kind of fun. So we'll see, they would just like a regular comfortable house. They don't have any specific requirements or requests, so we're just going to move them into the first house there. And you see, they start to walk over. Look at that family, that's so cute. Let's see them. They don't really have faces, but... Okay, sorry, it is now nighttime in my town. I forgot to turn my air conditioner off, and it came on while the family was trying to move in. So I had to wait for it to turn off so that the audio wouldn't be annoying. But here we are ready. So our family just moved in. We're gonna click on the house and we can get some information about them. A warm, beautiful, great. I'm not gonna read all this. I'm just gonna try to explain it. So you'll see we have decoration points. We can actually decorate the houses and make them all unique. I think decoration points, oh, the birds, count on the homes themselves and like their immediate surroundings. So yeah, but you can see I think this means they're hungry or they need food. So like it said, we're going to go to the commerce section here and we have poultry and cheese stalls that we can build. You see we have more families waiting. So let's see, let's build a road. I didn't mean to build that there, so I'm just gonna erase that and pretend it never happened. So let's do the line. Maybe we'll have our stalls here. Maybe we'll do like a little plaza here next to the homes. Maybe we'll prepare a little bit ahead to make a block. And it's not going to be perfect, but I feel like I don't really know what time period this actually is supposed to take place in, but I feel like it's a time where we wouldn't expect to have perfect streets and things. So maybe we'll have this little area here. Maybe we'll have this little area here be a little market. I don't know exactly how we want. Let's do that there. There's our cheese stall over here. So now we've built 2 stalls. They are so cute. Look at the cheeses. Look at that. The poultry, the chicken there. That's so funny. Okay. So next, we need to employ people to work there so that they can actually produce the things they're going to produce. So since we have up here, you see 3 population. It's going to make my screen dark until I can go through this. So we can add a worker there. And each worker we add, right now we don't have that many citizens, so it doesn't require a lot of workers to keep up with the demand. See, we're producing 20 and our demand is only 3. So as we move more people in, we'll need to employ more people at each thing. However, you notice they can't sell anything because there's no warehouse. So we need to add a warehouse so that it can get resources from our train station and then get them to our shops and commerce buildings. So let's add a warehouse. This is a small warehouse. I am not actually sure where would be best. Maybe over here. Maybe we'll add a warehouse over here. I kind of want to leave room for 2, so if we put this one right up against our main avenue here. I think this was 7, yeah, let's continue our avenue. We might want to make that go up the hill eventually, but right now this is fine. Get a small block there, so now we need to add workers to cover transport from the warehouse. So let's get out of the road tool. Click on here, we need a worker. So now we're actually transporting things, getting them around. The poultry stall also needs a worker, but you'll see up here we don't have any workers available. If we look at our train station though, we see we have some families that want to move in. This family also just wants a regular, comfortable house, and so does this one. So we'll fill in this street here. And now we have, this shows our total population, and then this shows our workers that are available. So we have 4 more workers, so let's get some here. And now that we're moving more people in, we need more workers at the warehouse to keep up with the demand of our multiple shops. So we are going to move them in. You see the train is arriving. Are we going to get more people wanting to move into our city? Well, city is kind of generous. We do. We have some more townsfolk. So let's move them in. They also don't care. The earliest families don't. They're not too picky on what kind of house they want. Which is good because we don't have much choice. But look at the family using their balcony, the birds flying, a little smoke from the chimneys. It's so cute. Over here we have someone working at the cheese stall. Okay, so we've completed this checklist. So let's click next and see what we need to do next. We're going to click on this house. Access to multiple different shops greatly increases happiness. So happiness is something that we also need to think about as we develop our city. This house earns you more daily income with each shop connection. Each house, shop, and warehouse has a decoration score, as I was mentioning. It makes the people who live or work in the building happier. So decorations are one way to increase happiness. Right now we have about 68% happiness, so we're doing pretty good for just starting out, but of course, plenty of room for improvement. So let's make it even happier by going through our decorations. So we start off with a few things that we can use for decorations. So let's see. This was our first family that moved in. So let's give them a light. Oh, this is just a street light. Oh, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Soon we'll be able to attach things to the building, but I think we need to research that first. So let's get some light here by our market stalls. Let's get some. Sometimes the placement is a little interesting. Let's get some all around on there. So we have that. Let's do a bench. Could be nice. 4 different decorations. So we need a house that has 40 points. So if I click on this house, we'll see we're only at 13. So I need to be building decorations closer to the home. Let's see. Can we get a tree? This tree is a little dramatic. Maybe let's put it back here. Still get the effect without having like a huge tree. I mean, that looks a little crazy, but maybe it's what we need. This is a little huge. This is also huge. If I put this here, is that close enough to the house? Let's see. So we're at 29 points. Let's see if I add this. What are we at? 33, so it did help. Okay. That's a little weird, but it fulfills the decoration goal, so I think that makes sense, having a little wall to separate the homes from the little market stall. So let's click next, and our happiness has gone up to 76%. People will only move in if we have at least 60%, so we do need to keep an eye on this because growing our population is going to be very important. Okay, so now our next goal is to assign 5 families to houses. We've already have 4, and we have a couple more waiting. So let's add these last ones that are waiting. And now you'll see there's not enough workers to fulfill the demand. So let's get on top of that. The warehouse is good. Okay. So let's go next. Higher population density decreases the residents' overall happiness. So if they're very dense but they don't have access to things like park and open spaces, they won't be happy. So in order to unlock a lot of things, we'll need to research them. You see, this is in our special category. Along with warehouses, we have a research center, and look at how cute this is. It looks like a observatory, and I think it makes sense to put it a little bit higher up. I mean, maybe I kind of like it up here. I feel like looking out over the city. So let's place it there. And now, of course, we need to, well, let's take that down a little bit. And let's maybe wind our path up the hill, trying to go with the topography a little bit. I mean, it's a pretty gentle hill, so it's not that crazy. Let's make this our kind of main avenue. We'll snake up the side of this there, and then we'll bring back down to 5 and connect our observatory. So now, whoops. So now we'll see we need workers to start getting research points to start unlocking things. So we have 6 workers here. We actually have more people that want to move in, and we need to build housing. So let's just assign as many as we can. Start generating points as quicker as we can. The more people that we have, the quicker we generate points. So if we go here, we can research. Okay, that's great. So our research menu, we'll see these are all the things that we can start to research. And there are more things here than the demo. The demo had a lot of these were kind of grayed out and not available. So I'm so excited to see what we're able to unlock now. So here's our points up here. You see they're going up pretty quickly. But our task is to research a new building. So let's, I mean, a fish stall costs 1 point. So let's do that. I also am going to unlock decorate buildings while we're here, because we had the points. So now we'll just let that earn up more points. And you see here, we are going to be able to upgrade our city soon. We're just about halfway to the population of 50 that is required to upgrade our city. Okay, lots of stuff to do. So now our next goal is to get a population of 50 or higher. But you'll see there are no available houses. So let's build some more housing. I think it's a square. Let's keep it at 5. Let's do pretty much a grid here. Let's randomize. This building has variations. Oh, C and V can go through them. That's cool. I'm going to randomize though. So I'm going to build 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's see if I can get a... Oh, look at this. This is painting the ground. We can get some really cool detail in later, but right now we need to get our population up. So let's see if I can do this. And just build like a block. Simple block, get a bunch more houses in. So we can start moving people in there with like a regular home. We haven't gotten to picky people yet, so everyone is okay with just standard homes, which is good because that's all we have available. You'll see we have a bunch more research points though, so let's start unlocking some things. Let's get a fruit stall unlocked. And let's add... We have a fish and fruit. Let's add both. Add fish there. Let's see, can we add fruit right on the edge? It's kind of staggered up. Assign some workers. The demand is keeping up so far with all of these buildings. Let's assign some workers. We had just enough workers available. Warehouse can't transport to this building. Why is that? They don't have enough workers. Okay. Let's see if we have another family. We can always remove people from here, from the research center, if we need to get more workers. But since we have new families moving in, let's worry about that later when we need to. I keep noticing that I accidentally build streets, so let's just erase that. So let's add another worker to our warehouse. Keep them up, okay. So now we just need to get 10 more people in. I'm just gonna start maxing this out so we can research more. Okay. Let's do... Let's actually... I think I'm gonna make this area like a nice park space, so let's plan accordingly. And I'm not going to build anything inside of here. It's going to be like a nice green space, but in the meantime we're going to need more housing very shortly. Some of these can have a bigger backyard and might decorate. So we already have another family that wants to move in. Lots of construction noise, just like a real city. Okay, so while we kind of wait for things to just level up, everything's going well. We now have 2 more workers that we can assign one of them to here. Let's get started decorating buildings. This is going to be so cute. So we get a street light, and you see if you move it around the building, it can snap to different things, or it can be just a regular street light. So let's give everyone a nice front door light. Oh. Let's switch it up a little. Give some of them different. Give some a light up here, light down there. Switch it up, give them a different choices. We also have, I don't think trees can be there, but potted flowers we can have either on the ground, which looks a little strange. I guess it's cute. Or if you put it up against the building, you can either get it hanging or a window. So let's actually randomize this so it's not always the same. Let's just get a bunch of flowers around. We'll have more things later, so I don't want to go too crazy. I say as I just put tons of flowers everywhere. Okay, let's not get too crazy. We do have more people that want to move in, so let's move them in. So now we've reached 50 citizens, so we can upgrade from dwelling to our first milestone. See, our train station gets bigger. Huge celebration. Our city loves it. We are moving on up. We're now at stage 2, which means we can now research apparel, and we have more stuff in our research menu that we've expanded. But you'll see we have a citizen who wants to talk to us and have... Oh, it's reminding us that we have lots of research points. We have 307. Right now, I think it maxes out at 400 and then we stop earning. So it is important to make sure we're using them. So I'm going to unlock the vegetable stall. Once we've unlocked all 3 of these stalls, or researched them rather, we can upgrade so that our stalls have double the range. So I know some of our houses over here are going to be a bit far away from our market. So we want to definitely do that so that it makes them happy over there. And now we don't have enough. I want to max out this section before moving on, but you'll see we have clothing store, we have bigger warehouses. We can increase density and add a second floor to our residence. Lots of stuff that we can do now that we're a hamlet, but I want to max these out first. So we're nearly there, but let's deal with our worker shortage here. Our demand is increasing, and we are barely keeping up. Okay. So that's maxed out. Okay. So a family has arrived, and you'll see this family wants to share a neighborhood with a lot of people, which is good because that's all we have right now. You'll see this number is plus 20 because these buildings are all close together. If we had a house like over here next to nothing, it would be, the score would be a lot lower. So let's give them a house there. This family doesn't care, so we'll just move them in there. So now let's see what Daphne wants. She's been shouting in the corner. All excited for the potential for our town to grow into a prosperous city. This is the only part of the game that I don't like. I don't like these games where you have to like read this dialogue. Like I never like any game that has this. This is my only gripe with this game though. Everything else is amazing, and I wish it was just like a checklist like your citizens want this, build it. So I don't have to sit through this dialogue that I didn't even read. So essentially what they want is a mayor's home so that they can send us mail and request things. I don't know if that's what I really want, but that's what the citizens want. So let's build a home. My first thought was let me look over everything, but I think that's a little, I feel like that's what a dictator would do. And I want at least the appearance that there's democracy here. Whether or not I actually want to let my citizens decide things is a different story, but I think here is nice. It's like up a little bit, but not like a crazy amount. We do need to add some more roads though, so let's go here. Let's branch off this way. Let's add another kind of avenue. I didn't really want it to be... Okay, let's add a 90-degree and then do freeform. And let's connect back to this so that there's multiple connections. We'll grab a small little plaza. Let's do... to connect up there. We can make that look cute later. Great, so they're so happy that they can send me mail. And of course, I'm sure they have requests already. So that is also something we have to do to keep our citizens happy. There is a request available, but let's move people in first. So this family wants a house near a cliff. And you'll see these aren't near a cliff, so they're lower. We do have some cliffs. So if we go to our road tool, we can match that to be 5. Let's make this kind of a dead end. These rocks will be able to move later. We have to research it first. So we're gonna have to just work with it at the moment. I think maybe here we'll have some more commercial stuff. We don't want to make just homes, only residential. I want to mix the zoning up. But for now, let's just add a home here. We'll plan, actually, let's plan a new street like that. And we'll clean that up once we unlock it. But for now, let's put a home there. I have to unlock my other things so that we don't max out our points. So now we can go down to Hamlet. We've unlocked this. We'll decorate very soon. Let's start unlocking things in our Hamlet. So a clothing store is going to be the first thing that we unlock. And we'll get to that in just a moment. But let's first move in this family that wants to be near a cliff. And you'll see it's not even, I think plus 20 is the max, so they're not even fully happy being this close to a cliff, but it's gonna have to be too bad. They just want a regular house. I love when citizens are not picky. So let's see, we have all of our demand. Ooh, and you'll notice this house is not being served by these. Is there a family there? There is a family there. And they want clothing. So we might start by adding, let's add some food. I don't think we have a vegetable stall yet. Let's add, maybe we'll add a little plaza. Oh, that's not what I thought I was gonna do. And I'm trying not to be like too picky with how I lay everything out, because we can always change it later. So let's add a vegetable stall here, and that'll give this family some food. I think that's going to be close enough for the warehouse, I hope. And if we add one more, it is close enough. Okay, perfect. Okay, gonna move some more people in. So our demand is higher than our production. So that tells me we need to start adding even more food production over here. I keep checking this even though we are maxed out. I keep forgetting. Let's add that. Oh, we need... Oh, it's very far away. Okay. I think that means we're going to need a new warehouse. And maybe I'm going to place that here. Still close to the station, a little bit closer over here. So let's wait for that to get built up, and then... Yeah, I know, that one's far away. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to remove a worker from this warehouse, relocate them over to here. So I think that, yeah, that now connects these with this warehouse, and this warehouse is connected to here. So it took some of the demand away from this warehouse, and that's why there was an extra worker that was going to just sleep because there wasn't enough work for them. But we shifted that work over to here to work on this kind of market. In the future, we'll be able to upgrade this so that it's bigger and produces more. We won't need like 100 warehouses, but for now, that's what we're gonna do. And as a new train arrives, I think this is where I'm going to leave this episode. I could continue so much, but it's already about 40 minutes of recording at least, and I want to keep these episodes relatively short, around 30-ish minutes. I think that's the ideal. So, next episode, we're gonna deal with this family that wants to live near a clothing shop. In order to do that, we're going to need to build clothing shops. We're also going to need to deal with this request that one of our residents has. I think it's the same. If it's the same request as the demo, it's going to be to build a clothing shop anyway. So we'll see. We also do have a lot of things to unlock in our research menu. So we have lots to do in the next episode. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this first intro episode, and I hope you're as excited as I am to start developing our city. We have lots of room and lots of stuff to develop. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode, that would be awesome. Another Minecraft video is also on the way. I'm working on it. But wanted to do this in the meantime because this game is so cute and so fun. And the videos are a lot easier to make. There's a lot less that goes into it. I can just sit down, play, and have an episode. So I appreciate you watching. I'm going to save here and pick it up in the next episode.